Brett, to your left. What did you tell the fellas after the game, and how do you feel yourself right now?
When the playoffs started, the thing that I remember most is you will learn more about yourself in the next few weeks, hopefully a month and longer, than I think you're going to reflect back that you've ever learned in your career about you the person, your skill level, the team. It is expedited learning in a high, pressure environment. And it'll serve you well for the summer. It really will serve you well in regards to directing what you remember most and knowing what you need to do to move your game forward. That. We talked about, if we all sat in that room when we met on September, whatever it was, and said, we're going to finish third in the Eastern Conference, we're going to lose in the semifinals of the Eastern Conference, there's a strong chance we all would have been hugging each other. The initial goal was to make the playoffs. And the final piece is, if we're going to do anything of any significance, we're always going to have to go through the Boston Celtics. And I respect very much this organization. I think Danny and Brad are fantastic. You're always looking over your shoulder and watching how they've decided to grow their program. And this was a hard-fought series. It ends up the way it always ends up. There are possessions that you wish you had back, and that's life. And the game changes and life changes with those type of fragile subtleties. That was my message, Marcus. I always feel incredibly empty. You wake up in the middle of the night tonight and you're like, no. You'll do the same tomorrow. It doesn't go away easy. You learn at the stage that I am at with age and experience that I hate losing more than I love winning. That is a fact. And it inspires me to really, study what just happened. It's a tremendous learning experience for our team. You're reminded again what playoff basketball is. And I look forward to taking a deep breath, speaking to my guys, laying out their summer plan over the next short period of time, and continuing to try to grow our program.
Coach Bob Schron, the Citizen. Early in the second half, they extended the lead to 9 points just before halftime, and through much of the third quarter, they had a large extended lead. What happened to get you guys back?
I had to fly through some timeouts that I didn't like, but I felt like the game was just going to never be clawed back otherwise. And we got it back. I think the end of the second period is true. That was a sting that hurt us. Then, Joel got going. I horsed Joel. I played him all. I believe I played him the whole third period. And, we went at him, and he responded. Then you jump into the fourth period, and there were mood swings, two of them. I think they went on a 10-0-1. We followed up with a 11-2 run, and you're up 109, I think 107. JJ's got a clean look, and the game played out like that. But I feel that our guys didn't go away. We didn't go away, and for that, it doesn't surprise me that's who they have been. Their spirit has been excellent throughout the year. And the fight that I saw tonight confirms what I'm saying to everybody now. And we lost to a good team.
Brett, you talk about that fight. It seemed that over the course of the playoffs, and especially the last 2 or 3 games here, or in this series, Dario and Joel seemed to be the guys that wanted to sort of yoke up and carry things, number one. Number two, can you explain what happened to Robert Covington over the last, 10 days, 2 weeks?
What people probably look at, and probably your question is related to offense, and I understand. And I think And I'll answer both sides of the ball. Because he was very good defensively. He was very good defensively. You know, you look at a coach's opinion, you look at metrics, he was very good defensively. And there still is a pride and a toughness in Robert that you feel confident when he's on the floor that our defense is going to be pretty good. I think Boston was excellent at trying, as I've said, from the first game onwards. They crawled into his stomach. They made him dribble, and they bent him. Like really tried to bend him on his passes. And in general, schematically, you would have seen both teams tonight. That's a low number, really, based on what we want to do. If you look at the Celtics with 20 only three-point attempts, that's what they had in one of the halves in one of our games, and we only shot 21. That fan-out mentality and not leaving shooters, and then once they get it, they crawled into him. I give them credit, and they did it with length, and they did it with athletes, and that'll be something that Robert will grow from. Being able to put it on the floor to punish that type of heat that is put on him on his catch shot type environment. What's that? I mean, just man, I thought both Dario and Joel were bookends. We did a pretty good job of horsing that, trying to milk that and beat the ball inside. There was a toughness to both of them for the large part of the game. They really did carry us 27 and 27, and really at high percentage results when you look at what they did, both kind of from the line and from the floor. They were tremendous together. Really effective pairing.
On a question for Coach Brown?
Coach, the sting of tonight's loss notwithstanding, are you able to reflect now on the full breadth of the season, what you guys accomplished or didn't accomplish?
No. It'll come. It'll come, and I think, you go back to Philadelphia, you do your exit interviews, you do your follow-up with the media. Like, down deep, I get what we did. We won 17 games in a row to end the season. We had a goal to get in the playoffs. We did do that. Then our goal changed from home court. Then it went to third. Then we won 52 games. And then we beat Miami Heat 4-1. And then we enter the Boston series, and this is, like everything, it's your last memory, so it's what you respond to the most when you ask that question. It'll happen. I get really what we've done, but there is very much a disappointment and an emptiness that you feel when somebody stops something that you really like doing, and they stop something with guys you like doing it with. And for that, I say no. Thanks, everybody.